Worship him. Worship the Holy Son. Worship him. Why hello, why hello. So, I had a poll, and if I look at it again, I just don't remember it. Like, I looked at it a few minutes ago and I forgot. I was busy setting this up. Okay, yeah. It's a 50-50. So, yeah. I'm gonna be doing a Struwwelpeter and a Walden Files one. And this is this one. So, I don't really have anything set up for this, considering it's a tie, so like, I don't know what direction to go. But personally, I think I want to go with what they have in common, to be honest. Because, like, there's not many things they have in common, I think. But I want to point out some things they have in common. Okay, what can I think of? The first thing that comes to mind is that both have starvation. Like, in general, it's just different ways of starvation. Like, yes, Susan, which you she's like in horrible condition, like her neck gets broken, her face gets mutilated, she gets inside of a robot and then starves to death. Well, some people say that she dehydrated. It didn't really starve, but I mean, it's like, could be either way. Now, in Struwwelpeter, I do know Augustus starves to death. Like, he starves to death in like 5 days. Because he refuses to eat soup, and then he gets thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner until he eventually ends up in a grave. Literally. So, starvation, that is one point. Child death. Both have child death. Because in the Walden Files, it's Ed and Molly dying in a car crash. And in Struwwelpeter, it's the death of Augustus, like we already said. It's Harriet's death, where she burns alive after playing with matches. I think those are the only 2 confirmed murders, actually. That would make it, I think they both only have 2 killed. Walden Files is ongoing, so there might be more children that die, but we don't know. But so far, it's just Ed and Molly. And Struwwelpeter, I'm not counting Robert, because, like, Robert flew into the sky, yes, but in the original book, he didn't really die. Like, we don't even know what happened to him. Like, we are left on a cliffhanger. So I'm not counting Robert. I'm only counting Harriet and Augustus because they actually died. Like, we actually saw the deaths in their stories. Like, we saw how they died. Okay, so that's 2 things. I'm not sure if you could say... Nah, that would not work. No. Someone else. Struwwelpeter has, like, horrible parents, but the Walden Files doesn't really have that. And no, I'm not counting Felix as a parent. He doesn't have kids. Thinking... I'm not sure if does the one also have animal cruelty? I don't think it does. Like, I know Felix, like, mistreated his cat or something. But, like, that's, like, in the series itself, you don't really get to see that. It's like, just a fact. So I'm not sure, really, if I should count that or not. So in Struwwelpeter, it's, like, clear as daylight that you have animal cruelty with Frederick over here. Oh god. Oh, we have 2 things now. We have starvation and child death. Ooh. Curiosity kills the cat. Curiosity kills the cat. I'm specifically thinking of Ashley's death here. Because, like, Ashley, she got curious about the key and then went in to see if they could save the project. Because they were pretty, not really on the staff, but they didn't really have all the necessary equipment in the relocated project. They even said that, they weren't provided the necessary materials, I guess? Or the necessary tools because the company makes them fix this problem. And they didn't have, the needed equipment because the damage was, this badly. So they actually decided to go there and check if there was parts they could use. And a curiosity about the key. Now, the Struwwelpeter, curiosity kills the cat. I think of Harriet's story. She got curious of the matches and proceeded to pretty much go and play with them. And it ends up with both of them dying. So yeah, that's free so far. That's free. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm thinking of the cast of the Walton Files, like the primary cast of the Walton Files based on gender. Are there more girls? Are there more boys? I'm thinking, guys, in the talk out here, there's way more boys and then there's girls. It's the majority are men. There are female characters, but the only main female character in Struwwelpeter is Harriet. Files has an even contribution. I think. When I think of the Walton Files, there are a lot of female characters, a lot of male characters as well. I think they're kind of on even ground. Then I'm not sure on that. I think they are. So, but I'm still not gonna, I'm not gonna count that. There are 3 points. There's starvation, child death, curiosity kills the cat. I'm not sure if I want to count mutilation, because the deaths in the Walton House, they have mutilation involved with it. I think all of them get mutilated. Okay, I'm not sure if Charles probably gets mutilated, but we don't know. Because we haven't seen his death properly. He had we saw him suffocate in Bunny Farm. At least it was implied that he was suffocating inside of Buzu. Considering on the breathing. Okay. But Struwwelpeter. But in Struwwelpeter it's you have Conrad, but I'm not really sure if that counts as mutilation. I guess thumb's getting cut off. Is that mutilation? I guess. I don't know. I'm not gonna count that. It's such a gray zone. Somehow a gray zone. Because we got 3 things to have in common so far, and that's not much. But still more than I thought. I thought it would be just 1. To be fully honest, I thought it would just be 1, but it's 3. God damn. What's another one? What's another one? Think. I guess they're both in the horror genre, but I'm not sure if Struwwelpeter is really in the horror genre. Because it is horrifying, yes, but it's a children's book, so is it or is it not? It's very vague. Hallelujah. 3 things so far. Starvation, child death, curiosity kills the cat. I'm gonna be repeating that a lot. God damn, this is hard. Do you have an idea, Frederick? You sure about that? Okay, I guess another point. They both have rabbits. The main cast, the animatronic cast of the Walton Files has 2 free rabbits. 3 if you count Rocket, which I will, which are Bon, Benny, and Rocket. Bon, Benny, and Rocket. So, yeah, they both have bunnies, because Struwwelpeter, you have the hare, who is a kind of a protagonist in its story. And then you also have the little hare, which is like the child of the hare. So, they both have bunnies. Interesting, that would be 4. Now, I suppose, I don't know if this counts, but like, they're both in the past. Like, they both take place in somewhat the past, because, Struwwelpeter takes, like, place around, like, the 1840s, I guess, around that time. And Walton Files takes place from the 1970s till the early 1980s. So I guess you could say they're both in the past. Not sure if I'm gonna count that, but yeah, nah, I'm not gonna count that. That's a little over the top, in my opinion. Now I'm thinking of Conrad's story. Because, like, you have the tailor, who is like this menace, and you have, like, the Walton who has a Bond, but they're, like, completely different things. So Taylor's just a man with, like, giant scissors, meanwhile, Bond is, like, an animatronic that could just kill you if he sees you. So I don't know, I'm not gonna count that. Okay, there's starvation, child death, curiosity kills the cat, and rabbits. 4 things! They haven't called it. 4 things. 4. So I don't think of the other stories as well. Okay. So I thought of Philip, because Philip is supposedly like has ADHD, being like the first recorded case of ADHD. I think Charles had like ADHD as well. I have to Google this. No, what? No. No, what did I open? I accidentally opened some camera feature, I guess. I don't know what this is called. Okay, going to the new Walton Files wiki. I think it said somewhere. Okay, let's do Charles Brooke. There he is. Just typed in C. Okay, I think it was in the trivia section, but I'm not sure. Okay, where is it? Trivia. Go away. Oh, here it says, Charles has ADHD and sometimes can struggle focusing on working, though when he does very well at his job. I guess that counts? I guess that counts as have a member of the main cast with ADHD. Have a character with ADHD. That'd be 5. That will be 5. Okay, I'm gonna be looking at the wiki a lot to see if there's like more things here. Okay, that's 5. Okay, let's check. I want to check Susan. Where's Susan? There she is, Susan. Okay. What can I get from Susan? Okay, I found something that I didn't know, which is Susan's neck acid used in Cyberfun Tech during her death segment is just her head acid reused. Martin partially did this to make it look like she had an Adam's apple. I don't know what an Adam's apple is. I guess I'm looking at pictures of her. I guess that is the case. I'm not sure because I don't remember seeing it well. How is Susan 6'1"? What in the world, girl? Why are you so tall? She's taller than most Pokemon. Okay. Is there anything else? I know she starts to death, which I already gave a point for. Okay, I'm finding out more stuff about Susan right now that I didn't know, such as her like being a role model to Sophie. Okay, what does that mean? Susan's gender identity has been purposely left ambiguous and up to interpretation. Martin can see it both ways. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means with gender identity. Martin can see it both ways. Like, can you see like her gender identity being like her identifying as like more of a male individual than a female individual? Is that what he means? I'm not quite sure. No, let's look at like Susan. Jeez, Susan has so many facts here. Because someone made like a, I guess like. Okay, it looks like a little Susan. I don't know. Okay, so that's Susan. So there are 5 things so far. Starvation, child murder, curiosity kills the cat. What else was there? Rabbits, and the one we just discussed. What was it? Cat. A member of the cast having ADHD. That'd be 5. That's 5. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be looking at Linda now. I'm not sure. Okay, I think it did say something about animal cruelty, but I'm not sure. I can barely read at the ring light. I tilt my head back. Okay. Okay, it's now with Linda. I guess this is the cat then? So the cat's called Peter? Peter was the pet cat of Felix, Frank, and Linda. Not much is known about him other than Felix didn't take good care of him. Linda took him when she left Felix and went to Hurricane on May 2nd, 1974. Okay, so I think Felix did not take good care of the cat. I'm not gonna even look at that man. Pathetic excuse of a man. Holy, this is long. Okay, I'm trying to find something that, like, fits the cast, like something that might have, that happened to Struwwelpeter, but I'm, like, struggling. I'm, like, tilting my head. I can't find anything. Okay, the more I look at Felix, the more he looks like Philip's dad to me, just with glasses. I don't know why. And like shorter hair. Now I'm not counting the holiday specials into this. Goodness, why are these pictures for Molly? They look disturbed. They're like just staring at me, like dead inside. Goodness gracious. I get another point I can think of is in Harriet's story, she has like a doll, like this like tiny like gold doll, which like girls in that age probably had dolls. And I know that Molly had Rocket, who was like a doll to them. Like Molly, they attached to the doll. I think I saw that specifically in Bunny Farm where Molly like refused to go without Rocket, and then Ed was like, "We have to hurry," and Molly was like, "I have to find Rocket." So I guess, but like, does that count? Because like Rocket's like more important in the series, and like the doll is like a one-off thing. So it's like, I guess. Okay, but I guess the main cast owning a cat, but that's also a stretch because like we don't really know much about like Felix's cat. But I know that Harriet has 2 cats, but that's a stretch. Like that is actually a stretch. I don't know. I'm sticking with the 5 I have because I actually have proof for these. And the one with one of the ADHD one, we went through Charles' facts, and we could confirm he does. Okay, I completely forgot about that. I'm currently at Chris's page, and I remember that I know the Walton Palace has like a few characters of color. I think, yeah. Like, you have Hillary, you have Chris, you have one of the policemen, I forgot his name. I don't remember. And I think there's some others, but for some I'm not sure. Like, I know, like, Chris and Hillary for certain, that they're people of color. Like, I know that for certain. And I know in Struwwelpeter you have Colin, which his English name, his original English name is not pleasant. I'm not gonna say it here because I'm not sure if it's offensive or not, but like his English and German name, he doesn't even have a name, he just gets called something. If you like Google the original story and you like read through and you just see like what he's called. In the community we call him Colin. I also call him Isidore because there is a German version where he is addressed as Isidore from Africa, I think it was. Like, I've seen a version of that book there. So, yeah. I guess so. I'm not sure I guess one of the cast members is a person of color? I guess we're gonna count that. Because, like, the Walton House has a bunch, and Peter has, like, 1. But still, one of the members of the cast is a person of color. That's 6. That's 6 now. 6. I'm not sure about the cat one still, because, like, Felix has a cat, and it's like, should I count that? Should I not count that? I'm not sure. it's too much of a gray zone, so I'm not gonna count it. We have 6 things now. Okay, so we have starvation with Augustus and Susan. Then we have child death with Augustus, Harriet, and Molly. Curiosity killed the cat with Harriet and Ashley. There are bunnies with like Bond, Benny, Rocket, the hare, and the little hare. Cast member has ADHD with Philip and Charles, and a person of color with Chris, Hillary, and Colin. Okay, that's six. Alright. What else? Let's go back to the front page of the WordPress wiki. Okay. I guess, like, I'm thinking, okay, should we go over the episodes again? Because there's, like, all the episodes there. There's all the episodes, like, there. Well, also the secret tapes. Like, we had the 4 main episodes with company introductory tape, relocate project, Bunny Fun, Cyber Fun Tech. We have, like, the 3 secret tapes, the Guilty, Lucky You, and the Cremosa. I do remember the Cremosa was kind of terrifying. Honestly. Okay. Okay, guys, so lacrimosa means weeping and tearful in Latin. Interesting. So I'm just going through stuff right now, trying to find things. Like, I'm seeing things. I forgot about Anthony. Like, I keep forgetting about Anthony, because he's he's mostly in the description, like, he's not really in the series, he's, like, in the descriptions of the episodes. So, like, you don't really think about him that much. But, I'm gonna leave it off with 6 points. Gonna be leaving off with 6 points. Because, like, the rest is a little stretch. Like, if I said, like, redheads, like, you got Jenny, who's a redhead, and, like, in the original Struwwelpeter, like, the one I own, like, the OG, I think Frederick did have, like, red hair, but that's a stretch. That's a stretch, and that only goes to, like, one version where he has red hair. Most others, he has brown hair. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed this vid. It was very confusing, I know, but I still hope you enjoyed it. And see you next time. Bye bye.